Okay. All right. So I always introduce myself because I do put these up on YouTube. So my name is Stephanie Harris from Reclaim Yourself. Welcome to my Mindful Nook Immersive Experience series. All right. I don't have an official name for these experiences yet, something I have to figure out, but I need to say something. So that's what it is. So for those of you who are new with this type of meditation, and also with me as a facilitator, my structure is pretty much the same. I have a topic, I do a little bit of a talk, and then we'll go and begin the meditation where I'll help you achieve a deeper sense of relaxation. Then my voice will be quiet, and this is where you'll have a chance to just enjoy the music or go where you're meant to go, and then I'll pick you up on the other side. So today's topic is called Feeling Good Enough. And the reason why I chose that is because I really like the meditation that I chose for today. It's actually very, very meaningful to me personally. So I thought that I would share that with you tonight so that I could practice it, for one, and to see what you think about it after. I just want to remind you, though, that during any of the meditations, the expectation is not for you to stay and be still. We are humans and we do human things. So just know that your thoughts will come and go the whole time, and that this experience is not about the mind or emptying the mind, rather. It's about exploring it. And, if you have an itch, scratch it. If you're not comfortable, get comfortable. Just be human. It's totally okay. Because otherwise, if your focus will be on the discomfort and not on the meditation. So like if you feel like you have an itch on the toe that you need to itch, just itch it. Not a big deal. Move if you need to. Do your best to follow the guidance of my voice as best you can. However, don't be surprised if at times you miss a lot of what I say. Really don't worry about that, because every single meditation experience is different for everyone. Sometimes you're tuned in and you're completely in and you're like really zoned in on it. And sometimes you just got a lot on your mind and it's harder. It's okay. Sometimes you're going to find some clarity to your concerns or situations, and other times you'll experience an emotional release. Sometimes you're just going to enjoy the simple reward of relaxation. There is no wrong way to meditate in any type of meditations. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. You may experience some feelings or sensations in the body, all of which are welcome and expected. There's no rules, but I really do encourage you to play full out. And of course, just a couple housekeeping tips. Shut off your phone. Do it now. Notifications are actually known to set off the nervous system into reactive mode, which is the opposite of what we're trying to achieve. Also, find a place where you can be comfortable without distractions or disruptions. You can lay down, you can sit. That is completely up to you. Just leave a sign on the door saying do not disturb for, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour, whatever you're comfortable with. If you don't think anybody's going to bug you, then that's fine. But I like to encourage that just in case. Grab a blanket, a pillow for extra comfort, and Kleenex in case you need them. I like to cover myself with a blanket when I'm meditating. I like to be toasty warm, but that's just me. And if you have an eye cover, you can use that too. Same with earbuds. These just help enhance the experience by tuning out light and noise, but I'm going to leave that with you to decide if that's what you want to do. And then again, give yourself at least an hour, because at the end of the meditation, I always encourage participants to take a few moments to journal their thoughts as a way to anchor the guidance that are received from within, or sometimes just to take a few moments to clear the mind of any thoughts. So make sure you have a journal or a paper and a pen. Now, I'm going to pay as much attention as I can to raised hands, but I'm not super paying attention. So if I don't pay attention to you, it's not because I'm doing it on purpose. It's just because I'm like going to be zoned in on this. All right, so let's go. All right, so I am enough. These are words that I truly struggled with for a really long time. When I entered this world, there were already so many expectations laid out waiting for me to grow into. And for the most part, I played those parts really well, but mostly because I was expected to. And not that long ago, I received a bit of a revelation, if you want to call it that. And it was really the beginning of my journey of self-discovery. I didn't call it a self-discovery journey then, but really it's what it was. Anyway, my life up until that point in time was really confusing, having been brought up in a blended family with completely different styles of parenting, confusing messaging from my parents and others, and a lot of emotional abuse, actually. All I sought for throughout my entire young adult life was a sense of safety, which I couldn't really define because I couldn't really remember a time where I actually felt safe. Physically safe, I was physically safe and all my physical needs were met, but emotionally, I struggled, and I struggled for a really, really, really long time. And this really infiltrated every aspect of my life. Now, without going into too much detail, because I mean, we'd be here for a really long time. Um, Growing up, I never felt like I had a voice or one that mattered, anyways. And that could that I could be me, because more often than not, being me was met with criticism and rejection. At least it felt that way from my young person's perspective. But here's the thing, these lessons I learned about myself through it all, my parents' divorce, the mind games, the rejection, being made fun of, all of these really critical experiences in my life had left an imprint in my unconscious mind, which led me to believe that I was not good enough. So it affected my relationships. It affected my relationships at work. It affected my relationships with my friends, with my intimate partners, basically everyone, because I mostly struggled to fit in. And I was bullied for a really long time. And so that also impacted my ability to relate to other people's out of fear that I would be either rejected or ignored or bullied again, right? So it affected the choices I made and even how I behaved, because I had grown to believe that I wasn't good enough. So I hid within for a very long time. But here's the thing, as long as I resisted my design, who I am, as long as I tried to turn myself into something I thought would be admired or loved by others, I couldn't be me. I had learned to adapt by staying small. But what I come to realize is that with each choice to become something that I was not, in an effort to fit in or be loved, I paid a greater price. I was being inauthentic to my core. And that just perpetuated the cycle of rejection, because people see through fake. People saw through me, and which ended up just getting me rejected again. I lost so many friends. I lost a lot of partners because of my inability to be myself, who I was at my core. So I struggled to claim my identity for a really long time. And it really wasn't until I reached the depth of my internal despair that I got in touch with the true reality that exists within me and everyone around me in every moment. And it was in this moment that I realized that conforming to an external ideal of who to be, or at least who I thought I needed to be, I lost sight of my person. So there are moments in our lives when something greater steps into to help us realign with our truest selves. And it may shake us to our core, but it's designed to kind of gently launch us back into the direction to which we can find our best selves, to rediscover who we are. And for me, it's been multiple things. It's been, loss of relationships, loss of people that I love, having my heart broken, having been rejected, and even recently losing my job. It's been a really long journey of self-discovery for me, but what I can say now is that my happiness is no longer based on the approvals of others. I have learned that no experience in life, however painful, is wasted. Why? Because they shape us, they make us who we are today. And I am who I am today because of all of the crap that I had to endure in my life, each situation, as bad as it was, taught me a lesson about me and who I was. And it wasn't until I started paying closer attention to all of that and the feelings that were risen out of those experiences that I realized that, okay, yeah, I did, experience a lot of really difficult situations in my life, but look what I can offer the world now. So anything you're running away from or denying or suppressing, it's just wasted time running away from what, the quote unquote demons beneath you, that you believe would eat you alive if they ever stopped and dared to face them. It took me a really long time to face my demons because I was terrified at what that would bring up for me. So my intention here is to inspire you to have the courage to approach your dark side, quote unquote, with radical self-love and acceptance so that you can relax in the face of these so-called demons. So throughout our lives, we've all had bad experiences and emotional traumas, and each one has imprinted our energy fields just like mine did for me. But our evolutionary role is to peel back those layers and dissolve them, not by analyzing them or rejecting them or fighting against them, but putting forward a consistent effort towards cultivating awareness, acceptance, and compassion for yourself. That's what I did for me. My self-discovery journey allowed me to layer by layer work through some of this crap that I was struggling with so that I could finally get to the core of that onion, peeling back the onion. I know, stupid saying, but whatever, it works. So I could get to the core of onion to really discover who I was. And that took a lot of self-awareness, and that took a lot of mindfulness and really a lot of self-reflection, which is why I launched this journey into meditation, because this kind of stuff is what helped me get to this point. It helped me to get to know who I am, right? So, and this is what I'm encouraging you to do for yourself. If there's anything that you're struggling with, to take some time to reflect on that and what it means for you so that you can know who you are and know that you also are enough. So this meditation is about knowing that you are enough and feeling that as well. So if by chance you're not feeling enough, not this enough, not that enough, not ready enough, not smart enough, interesting or professional enough, special enough, let's take a spatula and flip that narrative over and get you knowing and feeling you are enough. And by the end of their meditation together, you'll recognize that all the ways which you are absolutely enough right here, right now, right at this time. So go ahead and close your eyes. I'm going to start the music. And I'm going to turn my camera off so I can zone in on this. Okay. So with your eyes closed, allow your eyelids to become a bit heavier so that even if you wanted to open them, it would just take too much effort. And as you do that, allow your attention to roll into the center of your brain. And then bring your awareness to your exhalations, allowing the breath to be slow and rhythmic. As you relax and come into this very moment you have set aside for yourself. Maybe it's been one of those days of comparing yourself to others, or maybe something that you've done that just didn't measure up to what you thought it was going to be when you were in the planning or dreaming stages. Whatever it is, whether it's not educated enough, organized enough, young enough, thin enough, talented enough, whatever your not enough is right now, get mega clear on it. It could even be a few of those today. And as they start to surface, breathe. Find the rhythm of your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Notice the edges of your eyes and let them melt. Allow your jaw to be slightly open. And drop your shoulders. Now, I want you to picture that you are a pack leader and you get to take charge. So imagine all of those not enoughs becoming so small. I mean, tiny, so tiny you can barely hear their usual rant. Direct them to go off in the distance. You don't have to waste energy trying to make them go away. They'll always be there. But right now, you are going to redirect your attention and become the pack leader and feel yourself as this pack leader. Whatever your not enough banter has been up to until this moment, see yourself standing up as this leader and yelling, enough, inside your own mind, yelling out, enough already. Only you can take a stand for yourself. Only you can repeat the second thought of not being enough because those first thoughts just come in. You can't stop those, but you can fully be responsible for the second thoughts that you repeat. As you take a stand for yourself right now, be very clear on the thoughts that you repeat to yourself over and over. Let's right now stop that incessant yakking and put an end to the I am not enough chatter and breathe more freely. So see yourself on top of a beautiful mountain, overlooking the city or someplace in nature. And stand up tall with your feet firmly planted on the earth and breathing in the words, I am, breathing out the word, enough, breathing in, I am, and breathing out, enough. And do this a few more times. And when the mind tries to capture your attention, just keep coming back to breathing in, I am, and breathing out, enough. And allow this image of you standing on top of the mountain to help you feel supported by the earth, sensing what becomes possible when you feel you are enough. Right now, see this image and hear these words: I am enough. Begin to feel these words as the truth right now, as you are. Feel that truth of being enough all the way through and into your legs and hips. Feel it all the way through to your heart, your throat, all the way to the top of your head. allow your mind to open up and explore. I am enough as I dream. I am enough as I envision. I am enough to just start. I am enough to restart. I am enough to try again. I am enough to take that risk. I am enough to create. Feeling the power of these three words going in and through your body, and then taking that image of you at the top of the mountain and taking that victory pose. Your arms are above your head and you are absolutely victorious. You are done with repeating any less than not enough chatter because you are the pack leader. Committing to repeating these words, I am enough, as they echo through your mind, body, and spirit, and you discover you are truly enough with who you are right now in this moment. Enjoy this time until my voice returns. Well, as we bring this meditation to a close, straighten your legs if they were crossed. Point and flex your feet. And rotate your ankles a bit. Travel up your legs and into your body. Up and across your shoulders and down your arms. And into your hands as you open and close them. And traveling up and into your throat and into your jaw. As the edges of your mouth lift up, bring your attention to rest behind your eyelids. And on your next breath, open your eyes slowly. A smile washes across your face, sending the message of peace and gratitude for this time. So go ahead and take the next few minutes to journal your experience, and I'll wait for you to I guess maybe raise your hand or something when you're done. For those people who will be watching the replay, I'm going to stop the recording now, and for those of you on the call, I will be right here waiting.